So this is Tom Zutaut. I'm sitting here with
The Tom Zutaut. You should say
Kevn Kinney from Drivin N Cryin. And if you're watching this, that means you're on Tomcat at TikTok or @Can You Get Me In on YouTube. And Kevin, we've been talking about doing something like this for a while. We finally got her done.
This is our first installment.
Yeah, our first installment.
We'll do more.
Yeah. And you got to bring me a lamp when you come back here.
I owe you a lamp.
You do owe me a lamp.
The last time I was here, Tom's father was here, and it was like his birthday. And he was like 90, and so after the show, I said I'm gonna give him the lamp. So then this old guy comes up to me. And this guy comes up to me with his old guy. After he goes, "Yeah, you can't get that lamp." I said, "Oh, I'm saving it for my friend whose dad's like 90s. It's his birthday." Yeah, that's my dad.
Isn't this one of your songs?
Oh, I'm doing a radio show. Oh yeah, maybe.
It sounds like it. You're getting covered.
It could be. I think they're just borrowing.
Yeah, they're borrowing, right?
It's the same person I borrowed from, Ricky Lee Jones. So yeah, what was I saying?
We're talking about the lamp.
That was Tim.
Yeah.
Yes, and so the guy says that. Yeah, I said, "Oh, yeah, I was saving that for my friend. His dad's his 90th dad's 90th birthday." He said, "Yeah, that's me." I said, "Okay," and give him the lamp, and he left.
Yeah.
And then Tom comes over and goes, "Can I have that lamp?" And he's like,
"Where is it?"
Yeah, that was a good show. Lauer was here.
I think that person.
That was a great show.
That person heard you were going to give it to my dad, and they just usurped.
You know what, Tom?
That's the world, right?
People can be better.
I mean, look at what was that game where they took the kids, souvenir? Yeah, they took it was like a baseball game or something, and they got the home run ball, and the lady came over.
Oh, right, yeah,
and stole it from a kid.
I know.
Yeah,
Philly was that in the Phillies?
Yeah,
or Yankees?
Yeah,
horrible. One of those two Yankee places. Hope you're not watching from Yankee Land. Well, I hope you are.
When I lived in New York, I had seats to the Yankees game right, like on the front row at the third basement.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You know, how
was that when they let you get hit in the face with the ball?
Yeah, of course.
I like that.
Yeah.
Now
that was old school. Yeah, no, that was old school. I like original Yankee Stadium. Yeah,
absolutely.
That was a lot of fun, and I called to buy tickets because Virgin, they made me a president and CEO, and they said, "Oh, you can buy 4 tickets to a sporting event, and the company will pay for them." I thought, well, this sounds exciting. So I called up to get the tickets, and the guy goes, "Yeah, there's a 20-year waiting list to get tickets." I said, "Well, I don't think I'll be working for this company in 20 years." So he goes, "Well, I'll put you on the list. What's your name?" And I said, "Tom Zutaut." He goes, "Are you the Tom Zutaut?"
Told you.
Right? And I
told you this.
Yeah. I said, he goes, "You're the guy that brought Motley Crüe. They changed my life." He goes, "You know what? Some guy just canceled seats right on the field by the third baseman. I'm going to give them to you, but there's only 2. I can't do 4. So I said, "All right, well, I'll get 2 tickets to the Yankees and 2 tickets to some other sporting event."
Nice.
So isn't it amazing that I met you when you were at Radio Doctors in Milwaukee?
Yep.
And you beat me to the South because you came down in 1985, and I didn't come down till 2019.
Yeah. Well, I came down 80. I think
was it before 85?
Fall of 82 or spring of 83, something like that. It was 82 or 83, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, close to it.
Well, fix your Wikipedia. It says 85.
Well, that's when Drivin N Cryin first started playing together. That's when Tim kidnapped me and told me I was going to be in his band.
Okay.
He said, "I'm quitting my band." Tim was the bass player for the guy that's on stage right now, Andy Brown.
No kidding.
Yeah, and Tim quit and told me that I'm starting a band with him. And he was a terrible driver, still is. He drove me to some practice room in the basement of a house in the suburbs of Atlanta and smoked pot and made up songs. I said, "Here, check this one out. Follow me." I said, "Follow me." And then they've been following me
ever since.
I'm closing my eyes and I'm going to let something come out and then just follow me. So
yeah, it's amazing. You hold the record for signing with 2 A&R people that I discovered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. Kim Bowie. And I discovered her and started her off in A&R right at Island.
And Todd Sullivan.
And Todd Sullivan at Geffen.
Yeah. I like Todd too.
Yeah, he's a good
I
dude.
love Kim. I love Todd. They're both great people.
Yeah. And how did you meet Anton Fear? Because he produced your first record, right?
Anton Fear was suggested by Kim.
Okay.
And he had the Golden Palameas at the time, and he was interested in working with us. And that was a tough one. It was a long friendship. We made a few 2 Drivin Cryin records together and a solo record, and he's a tough cookie.
Did
That
you
one,
do
I ain't
the
gonna lie to you.
McDougal Blues with him? Is that
No. That
Okay.
one was with Peter Buck produced that one.
Okay, that was Peter Buck.
And John Keynes in Athens.
Okay.
Right around the same time that Uncle Tupelo made their Athens record.
Do you know that I almost signed Uncle Tupelo?
Did you?
Yeah, I was looking at him. I was thinking about it, and then I thought waited too long.
Yeah. I brought Kim Bowie a tape of Weezer. Kitty M a Food and a Wad. What are they called? Presidents of the United States of America.
Oh, no kidding.
They played with me and Peter, and I videotaped it, and they were great. I was like, you should sign them. People were like, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, well.
And then bam, I should have got a cut on that one.
You should have, man. They exploded. Well, Todd brought me Weezer, so,
That's right. I saw
Todd,
Weezer at a bowling, was it bowling alley or pool hall? Did you sign Weezer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Great.
But,
I saw them when they were in a little bar.
Unlike most people that did what I did, I tell you what I did. I signed Weezer, and I said to Todd Sullivan, I said, you brought this to me. It's great. So I'm going to promote you into a full A&R person, but we have to get Rick Ocasek to produce Weezer, because Rick is great to work with in the studio, and you'll learn how to be a true A&R guy that can go in the studio and make sense of it all with the artist. So that was Todd's first band as making the transition from the guy that listened to hundreds of tapes and went to hundreds of shows that I didn't have time to do, to becoming a full A&R person. And of course, Weezer exploded, and that helped launch his career, and it made me a proud papa.
All right.
And that's
then
why
he signed us for one record.
I wouldn't say blew it. I think that was genius.
It was a great record. It's a lot of people's favorite record.
I know, and people still talk about it.
It's a great record. But you know what? I remember the reason we went to see Weezer was they're in a pool hall or bowling alley. I can't remember. It was upstairs, second story.
Oh, that's a pool hall. I know where you're talking about.
Okay, and they played, and
it's on Sunset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I don't remember the name of it. It was like some athletic club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the reason I was excited because one of them was the son of the hairdresser of Elvis.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. Just getting that right.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I want to meet him because Elvis, his hairdresser was a very influential part of Elvis'
and I mean, how about
spiritual journey.
Yeah. And how about
really
Weezer? Like he disbands the group, puts it on hiatus, goes and gets a college degree, and then brings it back. And it was like he never left.
He's smart. What did I do? Moved to Athens and made 12 records nobody heard.
Yeah.
They will, though. They're out there.
Well, you know what? I met 2 of those 12 people. They're here tonight.
Yeah.
And, they're pretty damn excited to see you.
I'm excited.
I mean, it's awesome. And, one of them loves Straight to Hell, right?
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah. And the other one...
Not my favorite, but I've embraced it.
Loves Fly Me Courageous. And I have to admit, I took credit for introducing you to Jeff Workman.
Yeah.
And I said, did you know that Jeff Workman also engineered and was responsible for the Motley Crüe record?
Yes. Yeah.
And when Kevin's producer dropped out and he called me, I said, I think Jeff Workman would be great to work with you and get a rougher edge for you.
Yeah. And he did a great job. And I loved it. Do you know what was weird about Jeff Workman? Is that I worked with him, and it was in 1990. We were working with him. We were working together in Memphis. We were doing, and in the same day that we were doing Fly Me or whatever.
Yeah.
Todd Snider was making his first demo upstairs in the same studio.
Oh my God!
And with Keith Sykes, the famous folk singer.
Yeah.
I met Todd Snider in the break room of Kiva Studios in Memphis, and that's only part of the story. But Jeff never told me once. He never ever said once that. And this is only 10 years after John Lennon died. He never told me he was John Lennon's best friend.
Yeah,
he never told me that.
That's
he
crazy.
never said John Lennon's my best. You know what I mean? Like just name dropping. I don't know. It must have still been raw. It was only 10 years after he'd passed.
Yeah.
I learned later in life that he was like, when John's mom died, he would go to Jeff's house and have dinner, and they were best friends. And Jeff was the opening band for Jeff's band, a band called the what was the name of this band? The Feel Goods.
Yeah.
Or was it Dr. Feelgood or the Feel Goods?
The Feel Goods.
The Feel Goods, and they were like the opening band. Never once said, "Yeah, I know. I opened for the freaking Beatles." He never that would have trickled out at least once.
You would
in a moment of frustration.
But, Jeff,
He's
he
a
liked
pirate.
to party.
He was a real pirate.
He was a true pirate, and there was a purity in his soul. Of course, there was also a lot of cocaine in his soul for a period of time too. But
yes,
but there was a purity to the way he engineered, and Roy Thomas Baker took him on as protege.
Yeah.
And, Roy mentored me, but he'd already mentored Jeff before he mentored me.
Mm-hmm.
And, you learn a lot about how to make great records with Roy. And so Jeff, he had that in him. And not every, engineer that turned into a producer that Roy, mentored, became great. But Jeff was truly one of the greats.
Yeah.
And I was so happy that you got to work with him.
Yeah.
And I was so happy.
To give me some neck record
I could
he did.
pull that together. Yeah.
It was a great record.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the Ronnie Wood record.
Ron Wood, give me some neck. Great record. If you got it at home, you should put it on right now. 7 more days. Great record.
I mean, think about it. Jeff Workman's gone. And last week Todd Snider went.
I lost Todd.
And we lost him. And I was so sad. Because a bunch of my friends were going to go see him in L.A. and he canceled the show because he got beat up in Salt Lake City.